Build, Save, Review, and/or Send PHI Summary Brief. The Build, Save, Review, and/or Send PHI Summary Brief process allows licensed users within the Office of Acquisition to build the PHI summary briefs from the most recent data stored in the dashboard database. The process also facilitates the review and validation of generated PHI summary briefs for any missing data fields. To access this process, a user logs in to the Acquisition dashboard via a web browser at enablement.us. Upon login, the user will notice two applications, PHI and Quad Charts. The user can click on an application icon or its name to expand or collapse it. The PHI application provides 4 processes to the users of the Office of Acquisition. After expanding PHI processes, the user can find the process Build, Save, Review, and/or Send PHI Summary Brief in the 3rd position. However, the user does not need to remember the application name and expand it to find the process. The Find a Process field provides Google search capabilities, and typing just a fragment of the process name, such as Build, brings up the process. When the user clicks on the Build, Save, Review, and/or Send PHI Summary Brief process, it allows the user to select a PHI summary date from a list of all the historical and working state briefs to allow the user to build the PHI summary briefs. Once the user selects a date, and if the PHI summary brief of the selected date is in a working state and not finalized, the dashboard builds the PHI summary from the most up-to-date data and allows the user to review it before finalizing the PHI summary briefs. To build the PHI summary briefs, the dashboard just needs the PHI scores. Even if the OA has not added the collective assessment, trend, and comments, the dashboard can build the PHI summary brief in draft form with the PM and PAE concurrences and comments. This feature allows the user to build PHI summary briefs with incomplete data so that the user can follow up with relevant stakeholders and send them the screenshots to explain the need for missing data of the working brief. When the user clicks on Get PHI Summary, the dashboard displays a list of PHI briefs. The dashboard's AI automatically segregates the programs for each PAE office and builds a separate deck for each PAE office whose programs are included in the PHI summary brief. The supporting slide includes only scores of programs under the particular PAE office. A customized cover page with appropriate page numbering is provided in a deck for that office. The dashboard also provides a master deck to authorize members of the OA and senior leadership. The browser may show a pop-up to select a download location for PDFs instead of opening automatically. To resolve the issue, the user will be required to turn on the PDF viewer or enable a PDF plugin, depending on browser type and its version. A simple Google search on how to enable PDF viewer brings the steps on the top of the search result page. The user may select to display a PHI summary brief. Once it is displayed, the user can hover on the PHI summary brief to display the download and print icons. Leveraging these icons, the user can download a PHI summary brief or print a brief. The dashboard allows the user to fit the layout to the width of the page, or stretch the dashboard to match the page dimensions to make it easier to review the PHI summary brief. It enables the user to move to a particular page as well. However, these options are only available on Chrome, Firefox, and Edge browsers. If the user is using Safari, right-click on the PHI summary brief file to get a drop-down menu that provides similar functionalities. The user can print and/or download a copy of any brief to adjudicate any non-concurrence before saving the file to the database. Please keep in mind that once the user clicks on the Upload PHIs to DB button, the briefs are saved into the system of record. Their state is changed as closed, and the data cannot be changed. The briefs instantly become available to authorized licensees of senior leadership and their PAE offices via Review PHI process. The dashboard does not display the Upload PHIs to DB button when the user selects the date of a closed PHI summary brief to build. In such scenarios, the dashboard does not rebuild the brief from the most recent data and rather pulls the pre-existing closed briefs from the system of records, which cannot be changed or saved again to the system of records. Once the PHI summary briefs for a period are finalized, the user may click Another Process, log out from the dashboard, or move to the next step for sending PHI summary briefs PDF files for each office, one master consolidated summary file for all offices via email to members of senior leadership and other members of OA, and send a copy to himself or herself. Only email IDs ending with .gov and .mil are allowed. However, before sending the PHI summary briefs to a PAE, the user should pay attention as the PHI summary briefs of all offices are attached with the email, and that can expose the PHI data of other PAE offices.